sometimes some super cool tech news happens that I just need to talk about right away. Specifically, the 4090 Ti has been leaked. There's some information around this card. I've actually heard some stuff on the inside of the industry that I want to talk about, along with Jayztwocents has been allowed by NVIDIA to give us a preview of 4060 performance with very strict requirements on what he was able to show. I want to dive into all that with you guys, but first I need to tell you about this month's giveaway. With the price of memory and storage coming out dramatically, I was able to pick up 2 of these 1TB NVMe's for $50 each, and I decided to give them away to you guys. So there will be 2 winners this month. The giveaway for this will be down in the description. Enter that if you haven't already, guys, and good luck to everyone. All right, so I'm going to be using some clips from Jayztwocents, but very little. I want you guys to watch his video. All credit goes to him. Big hands off. I'm a big fan of Jay, but yeah, just watch his video. It's going to be linked down below, but I am going to be talking about it and showing a little bit of footage. So Jayztwocents was given basically the opportunity to show early benchmarks for the RTX 4060. This is very unusual for GPUs because typically we do not get any type of benchmarking until embargo lifts. Now, I have some speculation on why NVIDIA did this. They're trying to drum up the hype for this GPU. Their sales have been absolutely in the toilet across most of their GPUs, as is most GPUs just in general right now. If you bought a 4060 Ti, I would be pissed because this card looks like it's going to be a good value, even though it's not the best price. So Jay was able to basically benchmark Cyberpunk at 1080p. He does a bunch of tests with ray tracing on and off at ultra settings, and the important thing is that this GPU is able to get between 80 to 140 FPS depending on the type of settings you want to use. Now, this is an 8GB VRAM card, but you know, if you're not playing at higher resolution and you only play mid-tier games, or in this case, even a AAA title, you should be okay if you're willing to kind of sacrifice on maybe a few graphical options in the future. The card absolutely sips power and is incredibly efficient for a GPU, and NVIDIA is specifically drawing contrast between this and the 2060 because when it pairs up against the 3060 or the 3060 Ti, the real selling point of this GPU is frame generation. Having access to that technology and games that support it gives you a huge FPS advantage. But if you don't care about power efficiency and you don't really care about that frame generation, it's not really a meaningful upgrade for $300. It's priced too high, in my opinion. If they came in at $250, this would be a perfect card. But at $300 MSRP, Add-in board partners are going to have to sell this thing for higher. So I don't know what the pricing is going to settle on, but I don't expect pricing to be all that great when it launches here in just a couple of days. So anyway, guys, that was the big thing that I wanted to bring your attention to. Make sure you go watch Jay's video on this, but I want to talk about the 4090 Ti. So the 4090 Ti is apparently leaked. We have some pictures of what appears to be an engineering sample or a prototype basically for this GPU. And this thing is mammoth. Seriously, it looks like a San Francisco master key. Now, the thing about the GPU specs is that it's essentially the same GPU as the 4090, same amount of VRAM. What's different about it is that it's unlocked in terms of the amount of cores, and so there's no cores that have been lasered off the GPU, and it's got more bandwidth, meaning together somewhere in the ballpark of 15 to 20% gaming performance. Now, the 4090 already has a crazy amount of performance, so why would you need a 4090 Ti? Well, that comes down to more the kind of consumer market on the professional side, because Titan for NVIDIA supposedly has been canceled, so the 4090 Ti is going to fit the same role that the 3090 Ti did last generation by being a card that's not just for gamers, but also for high productivity. I'm talking AI, 3D modeling, rendering, video. Like, if you are a professional, this is such a cheaper option than going to a pro consumer card up the stack. Now, that doesn't mean that people aren't going to buy this. The 4090 has been the card that has sold the best out of NVIDIA's GPUs just due to the performance that it's offered. Now, for the rest of the market, hopefully this means that the rest of the stack will be dropping in price. I have no idea what they're going to release this 4090 Ti at, but I was told kind of in not necessarily confidentiality, but what's been heard within the industry is that this card is going to be a monster in terms of power draw, like a steady 600 watts uncapped. I have no idea what that means for heat. Obviously, they've got a gigantic cooler on that thing, so we're going to have to wait and see. But that is the GPU that people have been kind of waiting for at the top end, and hopefully what it does, in my hope, is that it pushes the pricing of all the other SKUs down so that GPUs just become more affordable. So there you have it, guys. Those were 2 pieces of news that I really wanted to talk about because they barely came out and I think they're super relevant. If you like this video, leave me a big thumbs up. If you thought it was terrible, leave me a thumbs down. Remember to get subscribed and hit that bell icon so you know when this video drops next. And remember, I am giving away those 2 drives. Enter that if you haven't already. There will be 2 winners this month. You've got like 3 days left to enter. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.